break you open if I have to.
Hello friends, welcome back to another Rue Valley loop. We only have just one intention
Give me my coffee, you
for
jerk!
now. And the only thing we did not go until now. Oh no. Okay. It's this way, I think. The way leads down to the desert. You see some farm or a ranch there in the distance, so this should be Case Ranch. Well, it's taken a while, apparently. We only have a few minutes left, I believe. Wonder it will be enough. Yeah, K Family Ranch. Okay, we can interact with the swing. An old swing hangs motionless, suspended in time. The chains creak ever so faintly in the breeze, but the seat, having been torn from one of the chains, refuses to sway. It reminds you of many different things, a childhood filled with innocence and joy. Because everything used to be simpler, right? A simpler, brighter time when all you had to decide was how to have fun and how best to waste the endless hours. You never had to make the kind of choices that would eventually land you in therapy in this godforsaken backwater, daydreaming about better days. Maybe I can choose again the good things. Maybe you just have to try. Okay, we got one inspiration. That's good. Even here on the front porch, you can hear music blasting from somewhere inside the house. Someone's having the time of their lives. The door looks brand new, unlike the rest of this accumulation of crumbling stone and rotting wood that could have been called a house once. Still, there's no doorknob. Next to the door, you notice an ancient bell button held together by layers and layers of yellow duct tape. Surprisingly, it works. A large cowbell hanging above the door rings in unison with the electric one deep inside the house. But nothing happens. Surely no one inside could have heard you. Not with a party raging somewhere in the house. Try knocking? If they haven't heard the doorbell, what makes you think a knock will reach them? It starts to look like no one will open this door except you. Try to open the door. Perhaps it's unlocked. Wouldn't that be lucky? However, the wooden frame squeaks in protest and the door remains firmly shut. Okay, we have a new intention. Hold to commit. Oh, luckily we had one intention for the swing. Push the door with your back, maybe? Well, it was worth a try. Use your less fucked up shoulder to shove the door. What? Congratulations, it has now become your more fucked up shoulder. Luckily, the loop reset should fix that. Enough with the pleasantries, let's break this thing down. Kick it harder. Come on. The door definitely budges this time, accompanied by a faint splittering noise akin to kindling breaking. Oh, okay. Hard to walk, impossible to run, okay. Why does it always hurt? Continue to kick the door hard. Oh my god. So there you are kicking at the door of a ruined house in the middle of nowhere. Why? I have no choice, I need to get in. Sure, it's either this or stay outside forever. You won't achieve much from getting in though. Only a few minutes left until everything resets and then you'll have to break in again. I may learn something, the loop won't change that. And then, what good is knowledge if you can't use it to change anything? It's not about that. It's just kick. Feel the pain, repeat. And believe the next kick will somehow break the door. Hope that the next loop will somehow be the last. That's all you can do. Perhaps you're afraid to admit it's all hopeless because it would rid you of your only purpose, to break free from the loop. Ridiculous, I just need to kick harder. Alright, no need to get angry, you'll kick the door down and you'll get out of the loop, I get it. And you'll be back to your life, the one that brought you here in the first place. Stop it, I'll think about my new life once I'm out of this situation. Your new life? Nothing has changed. Yes, the loop has given you a clear purpose for the first time in years. Once it's over though, once again there will be nothing to fill the infinite void. Nevertheless, perhaps you hope the feeling of being given another chance will make things better? Yes, all I need is a fresh start. Indeed it is. That honeymoon period with the new you is always a delight, but eventually you'll start feeling the void again. And then sooner or later a moment of weakness will come and you'll trip down into it once more. You might crawl out again even more than once, but each time you return to the starting point with a little less optimism and energy. Face it, even if you leave the loop will never leave you. It will be different this time. No, I won't fall for the same thing again. Oh? Rage surges through you like a tsunami. You kick the door with every ounce of strength you have, even more than you knew you possessed. Alright, I think we did it, but we only have one more minute. So, yeah, that's not optimal. A metal cabinet which somehow escaped the teeth of rust with an intricate golden insignia above the drawers. Looking at the letters more closely, you see they spell out Philip K. A couple of drawers are half open, revealing they are filled with documents and dust. Take a look at some of the documents. There are thousands of documents in these monstrosities, like someone even kept the receipts for chewing gum. No way you can just casually inspect them. It would take too many loops with just the few minutes you get in this house. You'll have to look for something specific. It's not a matter of time, it's a matter of willpower. See how the documents are organized. Every door has an almost faded label with a year starting at 1935, 1938, 39, 42, and so forth, and it all ends at 1966. Judging by the open drawers, each of the folders inside is labeled with the year and month it covers. Someone was either a master of organization or obsessed with tidiness, or both. Leave. Oh no. It's already 8:46. Okay. Loud music is coming from behind this door. Someone is inside, probably headbanging to this rhythmical noise. Someone is listening to very loud music at the ranch house. Intention. Enter the carriage house faster. Okay, there must be a faster and less painful way to enter the house than breaking the door each time. You heard that Walter has a secret way of exiting, so there might be an alternate way to enter it too. Okay, interesting. So we should probably visit the house in the next loop. What do we have here? Lots of things to interact with. You've already given it a once over duct tape, dusty, unused for some time. Open it. Inside a few ornaments, some coloring pens, a hair clip, and several pins, trinkets, little things that feel more like memories than objects. Without the one who kept them, you can't be sure what any of it means. You can only guess. The ornaments may be from her last New Year's with her mom. Maybe. Enough of this guessing game. Put the lid back. What's this? The shelf holds several photo albums. One of them is made out of cowhide. The black and white pattern is still vibrant despite the album's apparent age. The second album is made out of faux leather with an even faker gold print of K Family. A crumbling plastic cover barely holds the third album and there's a faded title, Bothwood High School Generation of 2000. Uh, Thumb through K Family album, the first few pages hit you right in the feels. All of them are packed to the brim with pictures of a funeral. Must really like picking at her emotional scabs. Speaking from experience, one photograph stands out. Walter in a black suit and black cowboy hat. Black-clad Alex and Maxine by his side. All of them are holding a fistful of soil, like they are preparing to throw it into the gaping grave. The date is February 15, 1990. That must have been tough. Maxine lost her mom when she was, 4 years old? Old enough to remember her, far too young to have any coping mechanisms. Tough is an understatement. The following pages are all filled with instant print landscapes of Rue Valley. With a horse or two in some of the shots, someone went on exploration expeditions. But all the pictures look wrong. The frames are askew, or there is too much light, like a young child was handling the camera. One particular picture from this series pops out. Walter staring at the endless desert, cheeks and eyes bloodshot. Below it says only Pops 1991. I know that redness, that empty stare. Yep, he's dead drunk. A state you fool yourself from one time to many. The next page are filled with similar photographs. Walter on a porch, an empty bottle of numb night next to him. Walter next to the ranch house that's deteriorating even more rapidly than him. Walter with kids who look so full of life like they're leeching his own vitality. Among many, another photograph from the graveyard stands out. The title is Mom's Anniversary, February 2nd, 1993. Everyone is clad in black. Maxine is sitting on Walter's knee wearing a cowboy hat. Alex is further away, his arms folded and full of rocks. Walter is sinking deeper and deeper into Boo's lake, and it's pulling him down, down, down by those bitter tasting hooks. You continue flipping through pages and start noticing a pattern established with the last picture. Maxine is always around Walter, always dressed like him. And Alex, he's always around, but always occupied with something else. One of the photographs from this period pops out. Maxine is determined, holding a golden trophy shaped like a lasso. Walter is gleaming with pride, and Alex is further away, his face filled with dismay. The title below reads, My First Golden Lasso 1997. The first suggests there are more. By the looks of her grim damnation, many more. At the very end of the album, you find an ancient photograph. It's so old that it has almost utterly faded away. A horse in full gallop, a rider standing in stirrups, spinning a lasso around him. Check the Boatwoods High School album. It's filled with prom photos of pimple-infested teenage faces that mean nothing or less to you. Is Frank here? No. If you hadn't seen Anita's old camera recordings earlier, you surely wouldn't recognize the man. Oh, Frank looks like life wasn't kind to him, but almost normal. Alex sports punk spiky hair, a purple suit jacket, and a once black t-shirt with Leo Thatcher for mayor. Maxine took her prom picture in jeans and with a cowboy hat. How's that for a statement? Flip through the whole album. All in all, 32 pictures of teenagers that made an effort to look their best at their worst or their worst. At the end of it, you find an instant print picture from the celebration. It says Frank Alex Maxine 2004. Frank and Alex are draining whiskey bottles from intertwined hands while Maxine is cheering them on. Take the cowhide album. The touch of preserved hide makes your skin crawl. You feel like this album is more than 100 years old, like it will crumble in your hands. The pages are yellow and thin, and each is filled with duct-taped instant print photographs that were oh so popular some 40 years ago. Look for the dedication or any sign of ownership. At the bottom right corner of the cover, you see muck scratched into the surface, but it is so obscured with age that you can't be sure it's even there. Flip to the pages, see what this album story is. The album is mostly filled with instant print pictures of a man in a cowboy hat and a blonde woman that's taller than him. Below every photo are names of Walter Kay and Helen Dewey, and dates in a time span of 1980-1981. Seeing dozens of pictures from various locations seems to you Walter and Helen have explored a whole area, from mountain slopes to river canyons to vast open expanses of a desert. They look like a nice couple. There's a peculiar hunger that's evident in both of their faces, even through faded photographs. The following pages are filled with professional photographs of the modest wedding of Walter and Helen. He's still sporting a cowboy hat, but the suit is new. She's lovely in her lace wedding dress and high heels. The date is February 2nd, 1982. The ranch house looms in the background of many celebratory pictures. It's practically unrecognizable from the ruin you saw today. Ha, I am that decrepit ranch house. That is me. Your ruin was inevitable after she has left you. It was only a matter of time. Moving on from heartbreak, at the end of the album, we see three pictures. Helen is in a torn hospital gown, her hair messed up, eyes bloodshot. Walter is right next to her, gleaming with pride. Both of them are holding a newly born baby, screams and blood smears and all. Helen is cradling hers protectively while Walter is proudly displaying what is undoubtedly his newborn son. Below the picture you read Maxine and Alex Kay and the day September 17, 1986. Come on people, at least give them a bath before taking a picture. That would kinda ruin the whole point of a bird picture, wouldn't it? The next photograph shows Walter and Helen with children who are a few years old. Walter is holding Alex, who is dressed like his clone, along with a baby cowboy hat, while Maxine is with her mom. The date is April 24, 1988. So Walter was favoring Alex at first, then Maxine. The last photograph was taken by a real professional. Its colors are still bright and true. Walter is holding both Alex and Maxine on his shoulders and Helen by the hand. Behind them is a large blue and red banner. Walter K. Mayor for our children. The date is January 3rd, 1988. Oh, we still have to search some rooms in the house. So we need to head back to the ranch.
You're with me, Mr. Harrow?
I have a question. Okay.
Spit it out already!
Okay, so
Come on, you thief!
go to K Ranch. Okay. Maybe we find another way to get in faster this time. Okay, we have 10 more minutes. We are soaked. Okay. What's this? Oh, we cannot enter this way. Okay, apparently we did not find Okay, I'll have to get down the door. We can't have to brute force my way into the house. Okay. At least we now have 5 more minutes. Okay, let's interact with the stereo system. Probably from the late 90s or early 2000s. You spent countless hours blasting angsty music through a very similar device back in your teenage years. Okay. The stereo hums to life and LED lights flicker across the control panel, almost too eager to show off its cutting-edge features. 2 cassette decks, a radio receiver, a CD player that can hold 7 discs, and the big bass boost option. Check out the cassette decks. There's a cassette inside the right deck, the left one is empty. Play the cassette. A smooth plaintive voice glides over a steady rhythm of accordion and guitar. The lyrics speak of leaving everything behind and long nights spent far from home. Eject the cassette. The deck doesn't budge for sticking slightly before you manage to pry it open. The label on the cassette reveals it's a do your own mixtape. Do it your own. do it yourself, but what was written on the label is faded and smudged beyond recognition. Check out the CD player. What can you say? It boasts a 7 disc capacity. Yes, 7 whole discs. You could load up an entire week's worth of music or just let it sit there showing off its potential. Whoever last used it clearly didn't have the vision for what kind of commitment, as the display flickers indicating there's only one disc inside. Play the disc. The disc begins to spin and the speakers come alive with a surge of grinding beats, metallic melodies and harsh synths screeching like factory alarms. Oh shit, it's Iron Wave. Hell yeah. The metallic chaos hit you like a fist in the chest, energizing and unapologetic. Turn on big bass boost. Why isn't it on already? What kind of person would turn it off? Why is there even an option to turn it off? Eject the disc. The CD tray slides out with a soft mechanical whir revealing a burned CD. Written across the surface is an uneven marker is the note music from G's. It's only when you read it again that it hits you. Gastarbeiter Jace could be Jason the Dumpert Burns. No, it has to be him. Yes, and he definitely looks old enough to still be burning audio discs in 2027. Speaking of audio discs, don't you still drive a car with a CD player? Okay, we did it. If you thought ahead and burned a couple of discs yourself before coming here, you could have been cruising through this desert to music you actually like. Okay, what else? The bed is neatly made, ready for sleep or simply for show. Nothing remarkable about it except that it's Maxine's and it has the air of a family heirloom. Search it. You find nothing except the nagging thought that it looks far more comfortable than the bed in your own room, despite being much, much older. It carries the faint scent of lavender and herbs, probably from a homemade softener. They really don't make them like they used to. Okay, what else? The trophies? Golden trophies line a rickety shelf, not a speck of dust or grime on them. Take a look at the trophy shaped like a galloping horseman shooting a rifle. Despite the deception casted by golden glitter, a scratch on one of the horse's legs reveals the trophy is actually made out of plaster. A cursive inscription on the trophy base reads Horseback Shooting Competition, Bozewood County Fair 1994, followed by first place Maxine K. Wasn't Maxine like super young back then? What about it? You're telling me you wouldn't entrust your child to shoot a firearm from horseback? Please. Pick up the trophy shaped like a lasso. You have to admire the craftsmanship. The texture really feels like a real rope bound in lasso. The base of the trophy reads 1997's Cowherding Tournament, Crimson Desert County Fair, and Maxine K first place. What's underneath all this gold paint? As the paint slowly chips away, your nails reveal a real rope underneath. Whoever made it probably used a ton of super glue to make it work. What about this trophy shaped like a golden spur? The inscription reads Rue Canyon County Fair and horseback riding Maxine Kane first place with the year 2000. Who knew this place kept such strong traditions for a way of life that's been dead for more than a century? Some things are just hard to kill. What's with this golden scroll trophy? There's an inscription on the base of a trophy. 1995 Stockman Squeeze. Rue Spring County Fair, then Maxine K first place. What the hell is a Stockman Squeeze? Ah, yes, no internet. You could remember to check it later when you're online, but let's be real, this will be the only moment in your life that you want to find out about the Stockman Squeeze. And the moment is gone. Since Maxine was groomed from a very young age for a very specific way of life. One that doesn't entail owning and running a gas station. Hope she is happy, and all of us are just ruins of our parents' desires. Intention completed. Nice. Nice. Very nice. Okay. Hold to wrap up. Perhaps Alex will recognize the nickname Jace. Alright. And I think we could commit to this, but I'm not sure I want to give up to willpower. Maybe another intention will pop up. That's more important. The book's cover is dominated by a stunning redhead, her face elegantly made up, her dress tight, shadows gather all around her, but a gun in her hand shows she's ready for any threat. Not to mention that with that décolleté, she's definitely dressed to kill. Above the woman, the title Lilith Undercover. Below, the author's name T.J. Sampson. Inspect the book. The book must be old given the yellowed and well-thumbed pages. The cover is wrinkled with use of printing flaking off in places. Despite the cover's condition, one particular flash point tries to attract all your attention, but in the shadows above the girl you see the glint of a knife's blade and the white of a predatory smile. Take the book with you. Now let's find a calm and comfortable place to read this gem. Can't wait. Okay, I think we are done with this room. Okay, there's another room here. Okay, there's a book. There's a book here. The front cover features a group of heavily armed people, knives, assault rifles, dynamite sticks. The title is Grassroots to Bushfires, Walter Group and For Our Children by Julian Georgeson. I read the blurb. Bothwood Chronicle proudly presents the fifth installment of Georgeson's book, a tale of free towns, the impact of economic decline, and anthropological analysis. This issue is dedicated to the troubling times of the 80s, to the arrival of Apexor Inc., and the reaction of the local populace from workers to former oligarchs. This issue covers the formation of the infamous grassroots Walter Group and its transformation to the short-lived yet potent Populist for Our Children movement and the enduring impact of both on Rue Valley, published collaboratively by Bothwood Chronicle, Grey City University, and Coral Destinies Community Relations Center. Huh. Who even has the will to read this? Not you. Of course not me. A relic from a bygone age, an ornate revolver in a frame of curling wood. Below the antique is a plaque, Iron Fang 45, and below that, Maynard Orville K. 1910. Behold, an old cowboy hat, an outrider no less a relic from simpler or maybe rougher times. Take the hat. The rugged leather greets your fingertips, scarred by wind and sun. Beneath it rests a surprisingly soft lace strap, the kind of lace that would rather dance on a ballroom floor than face the desert grid. And yet it endured, shielding its owner from the elements day after day. It's no wonder someone saw fit to display it like a trophy of a bygone era, a reward for royalty that outlasted reason. Try it on. It settles in your head with uncanny ease like it was made for you. Feels like slipping into someone else's life, someone bolder that is. K Ranch Cowboy. Oh, got another point of inspiration. Mania's antique revolver is serving the only function it can, dust magnet. Okay, and we have two more rooms to search. We'll have the time. At first your eye meets only whiteness, but then you catch a drawn shape, a hand with an erect middle finger. Open the door slowly. Locked. Walk away. Okay, this is the bathroom. There's nothing here. What happens if we knock? Nothing happens. Even if there's someone inside, they would never hear you knocking. Listen closely to the song and wait for it to finish. Oh, I don't have time. Yep. Okay, I forgot about that. Anyway, I think we are done. I think. We need more information.
Still with me, Mr. Harrow?
Yep.
I'll break
Gained
you
new
open if I have
memory, the
to.
incident. Alright. Okay. Someone is listening to very loud music at the ranch house. The only way you'll get the attention of that person is if you knock on the door between songs. So I need to enter the house faster and wait for the song to finish. The incident. The door slides shut slowly, so slowly, and the wall narrows to this metal box. You had to leave the apartment and go down to the corner store as you haven't eaten all day. The tiny cabin amplifies the fact you haven't showered in a week. Yes, it's disgusting, but there's just no time for any of it. You have to finish the article. The deadline was impossible from the start, but you took it anyway because it's good money, meaning you could maybe finally work on your own script next month and prove to everybody you are still an artist, not just a content mill soon to be replaced by AI. So true. I've been telling myself that I'll work on my script next month for years. The elevator begins its descent, but then stops abruptly just one floor below. This is Gable's floor. She'd brought you soup when you first moved in, and you'd seen her in the hall last week but pretended you were on the phone just to avoid the concern in her eyes. You couldn't handle the kindness. You didn't bring the phone this time, though, as you only planned a quick visit to the store, but the door doesn't open on her floor anyway. Instead, the elevator changes its mind and starts going up. But upon reaching your floor again, it halts and immediately heads back down, the door never opening. What kind of sorcery is this? At Mrs. Gable's floor, the elevator reverses course once again. Without your phone, there's only one option. Panic? Not yet. Try the emergency call button first. Alright, press the button. You expect a call with somebody, but instead a recorded static-filled voice announces that maintenance was notified of elevator malfunction and will be there within an hour. An hour? The deadline is in 3. And the article is still a mess. A salad of words is written and deleted a dozen times. Every word a testament to your incompetence. Every sentence a fraud's compassion. But it was not always like this. You had more than enough shining moments during your diverse content writer career, remember? A fabricated profile of a reclusive film author that became the definitive piece on their creative process. A long-form investigative piece on the hidden art of watchmaking for a prestigious men's magazine that won a minor industry award. Elevator safety, that's it. I know how to fix this. Right, the gig was from years back, but you research it like a pro. You still know how it works. There should be wiring behind the interior access panel, and if you access it, you may be able to manually reset the elevator. Jam your apartment key to the edge of the control panel. The plastic creaks, then splinters. The panel swings open, revealing a tangle of delicate wires, blue and green, carrying this disturbed machine's life current. Slice through the green and blue wires with your apartment key. The wires offer no resistance, as if made of silk. The elevator stops, and for a single weightless second you feel like a winner. But the red light on the panel starts flashing, followed by a sharp, piercing alarm. The machine is not crying for help, but announcing to the world, "Here he is inside me, a vandal, a weirdo, a terrorist." Panic begins to coil in your gut, the hunger, the alarm, the deadline, the guilt, the claustrophobic walls pressing in. You have to get out now. Find the main power cables and tear them to silence the machine. You know exactly where to look. Your eyes lock into the thick insulated cables. You jam your key against the ancient black seat of the main power cable, heaving and twisting with all your might. It takes some effort, but already damaged insulation soon tears with a rubbery shriek, exposing the heavy copper within. Don't stop until it's dead. You grind the key, mashing the live wires together. A torrent of sparks erupts, a fountain of angry, spitting gold, scalding your hands and raining down on your clothes, smelling of burnt metal and silent thunder. The shredded insulation, now a blackened, melting wound, begins to smoke. The toxic smell of charred plastic fills your lungs. A flame appears on the shredded insulation and begins to climb. The main building fire alarm soon joins the chorus, a deep roaring wail. The cabin becomes an oven. As your pores open, a stale stench permeates the air, and you remember again you haven't showered in a week. The smoke thickens into a solid choking blackness. Your head spins, the world tilting on its axis as your lungs scream for clean air. The last thing you register is the rhythmic pounding against the door and the garbled shout. "We have a man in here. He needs assistance." You had built a wall in your mind, brick by brick, to keep the elevator incident buried, but now the memory has shattered its way back to the surface, bringing with it the suffocating panic and the acrid smell of smoke you swore you'd forgotten. Dr. Fink's analysis of your dream was the key. His words recontextualized your entire breakdown. The pattern is now blindingly obvious, and you're left wondering how you ever mistook this deliberate self-sabotage for an incident. Interesting.
Listen, I know what I'm talking about. Your repair tech said it was
I need to
fixed.
talk.
Can you just
I need to talk with Jason.
escalate to customer engagement?
Maybe Robin
Oh,
can
hello, Mr.
give me
Harrow.
more
How are you? Are
information.
you ready to check it? All right then, let's go. Number 6.
Okay. All right.
All right.
All right. Um, let's try and talk to Jason. Oh, okay. Okay, maybe talk to Maxine. Maybe talking to Maxine will reveal more information.
Give me my coffee, you jerk!
Uh, Drive south? Okay.
Welcome to Max Gas. You need some help getting gas in that city car of yours, you don't want something else? We got no booze, mind you.
Nothing. Oh, wait a minute. Let's first commit to this intention. Perhaps there's a clever way he uses to bypass the door security. Let's search the house for any clues or maybe the door manual. Okay, we need a door manual. Door manual. Oh,
So,
no, still
keep buying.
nothing. Um, Drive north. Oh, this guy. Jason Burns.
Hello, sir.
Oh, it's that
My
guy
name
again.
is Percy Rugger. But of course, Miss.
How can I help you, Mr. Harrow?
Okay. A lot of random boxes not shared inside. Some of them are labeled burn once's documentation. Well, isn't this what I'm looking for? The most, perhaps there's a clever way. Or maybe the door manual. Maybe the door manual is in the house. Maybe. Go to K Ranch. Oh, I did not reach in time. We'll try again.
Still with me, Mr. Harrow? Mr. Harrow, I'm aware and will surely be coming, but for now,
Yeah.
that's good to hear. However, since this is your first session,
Oh,
I'll allow a few questions.
don't you think
if
I've
there's
come
any.
to realize that I have a pattern of ignoring problems until they become critical. He nods, clearly satisfied. I appreciate you opening up about this, Mr. Harrow. How long would you say this pattern has been governing your action? After my partner left me, it has been steadily evolving into something unbearable. Understandable, and when did that happen? Years ago. So it seems like this has been a long-standing issue for you. Have you been aware of it for a long time? Well, I think I was trying to suppress it. It's not uncommon for people to try to push these feelings aside, especially when they're in the midst of a major life change. It can be a way of coping. Now, discovering this mechanism is the first and crucial step toward overcoming it. It's a significant milestone, but on its own, it's merely cognition, which is not enough for us to overcome it. To do that, we need willpower, and for that, in turn, we need hope. Otherwise, we remain stuck in a vicious loop of defeatism and apathy, feeding each other ad infinitum. The good news is you're not alone in having problems like this, and I've dealt with much worse cases during my career, so I know it is indeed possible for you to get better, but to move forward, I also need you to believe that it's possible. He stops, exploring your expression. So, how do you feel about it, Mr. Harrow? Wait, is he really asking you if you believe this lousy therapy can help you? I need more time to think about this. He smiles. It's not that complicated. This is just one of my many problems. Hope would be a setup for disappointment. Quite to the contrary, hope is crucial, and one problem at a time is the best way to approach it. I'd rather not talk about this anymore. I have my reasons. I know it's hard, but it's important to remember that we're here to work through this together. And while I respect your hesitation, I also want to emphasize that confronting and addressing these feelings is a crucial step in the process of finding relief from the pressure you're under. Alright, yes, I believe it's possible for me to get better. You say the words not even sure if you're telling the truth, but something strange happens by saying it out loud. You realize you haven't even considered it may be possible to get better for a very long time, but you're even considering if it's possible. Doesn't that mean you do believe it is possible? I hope it is. Willpower gained. Nice. Okay, we got willpower. Unlike inspiration, willpower is permanent. It is not spent, but committed. Once it's assigned, intention is completed, the willpower point is refunded. Interesting. And ready to use again. Also note that available inspiration will always be used before willpower. That's great to hear, Mr. Harrow. Change won't happen overnight, but with determination I hope you can make progress. As we continue our sessions, we'll work on replacing that reflex to hide and ignore things with a new one, to stop and to look clearly at what you've been carrying. Your willingness to address these issues is a significant step towards personal growth and well-being. Glances at the
Corrected.
clock, as
That's it for today.
always.
You should go and check in at the office.
Yeah. Get it. Okay. There is nothing here. Nope. Got nothing. Okay. Let's go to the ranch.
Spit it out already.
And search for a door manual, maybe, or another way to enter the house faster. Okay. Okay, nope. This is not it. Break into the house. How long it will take? Quite a lot of time. Uh, nope. Oh. A booklet with a lot of text written very small letters. Examine the book in your hand. Its true nature unfolds. It's not a booklet at all, but a collection of folded papers. It's a warranty from the company that installed the house's front door. Look at it. 40 doors, locks, and fortifications. Read it all carefully. Okay. Legal jargon strolls across the pages, dense and impenetrable, a fortress of clauses, terms, and conditions designed to frustrate more than you inform. It's the kind of text that only matters long after it's too late. The date and the footer are the only useful parts. Door installed and warranty began on June 15, 2027. The footer points you to 40logs website. Okay. Could their support section hold a secret to unlocking the door faster? Possibly. Yep, possibly. I think... Not sure I entered this room. I did. Yes. I did. Perhaps, okay, you found the warranty list, the manufacturer's website. There may be something useful there. Okay, that means I'll need internet. So I have to go to max gas. Right. Okay.
Still with me, Mr. Harrow? Mr. Harrow, I'm aware and will surely, but for now,
Yep.
That's good to hear. However, since this is your first set...
Nope.
I'll break you open if I have to.
Okay. Apparently I don't have internet here. Let's drive south. Okay, let's find a faster door to enter the house. The search leads to the official website. You are greeted with a blurry animation of a door closing. The screen transitions to the homepage, which cleverly resembles the door from the intro. Along the left side of the screen, 4 distinct locks are arranged in a neat. Okay, the classic lock. A key appears and opens the lock, transforming the screen into the support and pack section, which resembles an old-style form. The interface looks dated. It uses an old system of threads. One user creates a thread, okay. Thousands of results. No keycard. There are still locked. This shortens the list of the results, but it's still too much hassle. Add the term escape. Finally, the results are filtered down to a few posts, and likely one of them seems to be relevant. The subject reads, "Need help that keeps getting to a locked door." Okay. A username writes about an issue. Okay. However, he keeps disappearing from the house even though the door is locked and untempered. He has no keycard. They even barred the windows on the ground floor, making it impossible. It can't be. It's the same. Yeah, it's the same house. The father refuses to explain how he manages to, leaving the family puzzled. Technical support offers a generic solution. Check the card reader's power source and try turning it off and on again. The original poster answers that they checked it and did a reset on the device, but it's still happening. Other users join the discussion and post their solutions or ideas. As you read through the pages of the thread, you see that it's slowly dissolving into a quagmire of arguing between users. You'd rather not read it all. Let's check the last page. The last post is from the official support and it marks the issue as resolved, linking to one of the user's posts inside the thread. Yes, let's read the post in question. You come here with a problem and then refuse to listen to hundreds of well-intentioned pieces of advice posted by both official support and well-meaning 40 locked doors. If none of your suggestions are correct, I say it's clear that your father has superpowers, either flying or teleporting. Huh. She must have made them angry somehow. Perhaps you could search inside the thread for a possible answer and see what people say about it. Search for auto unlock. On page 21, someone mentions the possibility of an auto unlock event. Another user replies saying it's impossible, followed by a long rant about the QMS. Alright, the reply from the moderator informs the user that post has violated the forum rules and they are therefore being permanently banned. Nobody mentions, so okay. Bug. A post on page 21 mentions the possibility of a software bug contributing to the door being opened. Once again, ventilation ducts. Alternative routes of the host suggesting that the hardware may be using ventilation ducts. The user explains they live in a really old house which lacks such modern structures. The lack of certain modern structures listed in our transfer may lead to a number of hazards. Okay. Brother? On page 11, someone brings up the rest of the family, replies that her brother is the only one with another key card and he, of all people, would have no reason to let their father out. Still, some users brought the original poster to double check. Maybe her brother's playing her for reasons only known to him. Basement. It gives no results. I guess nobody thought of that. Then again, they probably barred all the windows and exits in the basement. Upper floor. On page 21, you find a post with a suggestion from user that the father may be jumping through a window on the non-boarded upper floor. The administrator appears with a reminder that the company is not liable if someone is injured in the process. The original poster replies that the windows on the upper floor are too high, and the father would definitely hurt himself if he tried to jump out. It's a dead end. On page 82, somebody mentions anti-ghost doors that the company makes in collaboration with the popular TV show. The discussion descends into a clash between the haters who claim it's all fake and fans of the show who defend it. At one point, reminds everybody that her father is still alive, so whether the door is ghostproof or not is not a factor. She received the answer that he probably won't be for long, as it's a known fact that many future ghosts begin demonstrating at least some ghost-like abilities shortly before their death. The search yields a post on page 15 about the famous musician Henry Doody, who used tailgating to gain access to many places. He mastered walking silently behind people entering or leaving locked buildings and waiting for the right moment before the door closes to slip by unnoticed. Other users reply with new clips or videos showing how he did it. Impressive. Alas, the original poster answers that they closely monitor their father when they come and go, always ensuring the door is closed behind them. No solution here. You have exhausted all your search ideas and you're no closer to the truth. Perhaps the official support was right. This is about Walter, not about the door. Perhaps his superpower is knowing how to jump through the upper floor window without getting injured. Whatever the case, you could try to find a way to learn more about his past disappearances. Past police records could be a good place to start. Okay. Calling the police. Yeah, I think I have the number. Ask the police. Yeah. Deputy Sheriff Cody speaking. How can we help? Deputy Sheriff Cody is caught in a... Yeah, I know he's very bored. No way he'll just give you that info. Perhaps if he introduces her with someone else, come up with something you're a content writer after all. Nurse Nightingale.
Sounds like you're organizing some VIP geezer pajama party. So, what's this all about?
You can't be sure whether you sold the lie that well or if this guy is so bored out of his mind that he would indulge you even if you told him there's an ongoing invasion from outer space. Suppose you are aware that Walter K is missing.
Walter K? Cousin Walter K? Mister, I have to inform you that Walt's disappeared before, many times in fact, but he always comes back home, alive and well. Maxine, his daughter that is, he even stopped calling us.
Mr. K is quite old. Even a simple fall could endanger his life.
What? Walt's a tough guy. If his head was any better, I guarantee you, he would outlive all of us.
Really?
I just don't know what you expect me to do about it.
The tone of his voice says he wouldn't leave his office even if it was on fire. For now, insight into the records the police have on him could prove helpful.
Police records? That would be very illegal. But that's for Uncle Walt.
Oh my God.
Give me a few to boot up the app.
Even through the phone line you can hear the slow, lazy keyboard strokes like Cody has all the time of this world.
Oh, that's the devil. You're lucky the sheriff insisted on records digitalization, or this one here would be a blank slate. All right now, what exactly are you looking for?
Are there any mentions of earlier disappearances?
Sure, a whole bunch of them. For instance, there's one 5 months ago, and again 8 months ago, reporter missing but spent all the time in the old corral. One more, exactly 1 year ago, reporter missing again.
So he went missing exactly 1 year ago.
Yep, to the day. The file says Maxine reported him missing, vanished out of thin air, she said. But Walt returned like nothing happened 36 hours later.
Okay.
No one knows. The old man ain't talking about it. You ask me? He went to Gray City for some geezer-loving action. I'm telling you.
What was that about the corral?
Well, there's an old corral for cows and such, you know, next to the K house. We found our pal there, shouting and trying to train ghost horses. Case closed.
Any older
Yeah,
cases?
sure. Let me scroll down a little. Had to go all the way back to 91. Phew. Cousin was a model citizen, seems like. And even that report from 91 is only for public intoxication. Another from 89 when Apex Orr accused him of inciting violence at a rally. There's also a report from 88. Brought him in for questioning.
Right, right. But is there anything in there about disappearances?
Yeah, let me look. No, this one's from 82. Unrelated. Hell, I have to scroll down even further. I'm in 1960. Only something about Philip reporting cattle rustling and accusing Walt, but nothing relevant. Yeah, gotcha. September 25th, 1948. His very first record. Actually, is an official warning given to his father, because Kay was a minor back then.
Can you please send me that report in its entirety?
Well, damn. But, alright, for Cousin Walt.
He starts reading and reminds you of a man slowly stumbling around a mountain in the night, afraid he'll fall into a bottomless
This
pit.
notice serves as an official warning regarding repeated incidents involving your son, Walter K., being found on the new railway bridge, unattended and involved in mischievous activities. Previously, on September 16th, our officers responded to another report of Walter missing and found him in similar circumstances. It is imperative that you take immediate action to ensure the constant supervision and appropriate conduct of your child in public settings. Failure to address these recurrent safety and behavioral concerns may result in further action from law enforcement, including potential legal repercussions. Please prioritize the well-being and responsible behavior of your child to prevent any future incidents of this nature. That's the end of the report. Not sure if you picked up anything from it, but as I've said, there's nothing else on Cousin Walt.
Thanks a bunch. This information will be very helpful.
Hey, nothing. I'm here to serve and protect. Hope any of this helps you find Uncle Walt. Wouldn't want anything happening to the old man.
Okay. Walter's police records show he used to vanish out of the house even as a child. The earliest formal warning issued to his family dates back to 1948. The house is full of old belongings. Maybe there's a chance of finding some relevant documents from that era? Well, okay, but... Okay, so I need to enter the house again. Apparently.
Welcome to Max Gas. You need some help getting gas in that...
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think I'll have to drive back to the hotel and wait for the loop to end because I don't think I'll have time. Yep. Oh, here is Jason. And he's going to Max Guess now. Probably.
Are you ready to check in now, Mr. Harrow? All right then, let's get so number 6. The last. Wow. All right.
Alright. So we need to break into the K-Ranch house one more time. To find more documents.
Still with me, Mr. Harrow?
Yep.
Mr. Harrow, and we'll surely be. But for now, that's good to hear. However, since this is your.
Alright.
Give me my coffee, you jerk!
That was it for this episode. Thank you everyone for watching and see you in the next one. Take care. Bye bye.